Flying after 60 comes with a quiet assumption that experience makes everything easier. You've done this before, you know the drill, you've earned the right to travel on autopilot, and that assumption is exactly where the trouble starts. Because the travel industry doesn't reward comfort or familiarity anymore. It charges for it. What used to be minor inconveniences now turn into expensive mistakes. What used to feel manageable now drains your energy faster than you expect. And the habits that once made travel smoother are often the same ones quietly costing you the most money, time, and comfort today. This video isn't about telling you to stop traveling. It's about showing you why flying after 60 requires a different strategy than it did 10 or 20 years ago. Because travel didn't get harder just because you got older. It got harder because the system changed, and nobody bothered to explain it. Welcome to Passport Pointers, where we turn travel chaos into common sense, airline nonsense into strategy, and hard-earned experience into smarter trips. No fluff, no brochures, and no outdated advice, just honest travel tips that actually work. Mistake number 1, trusting routines that no longer serve you. One of the biggest hidden costs of flying after 60 is relying on routines that feel familiar, but no longer make sense. Same airline. Same airport timing, same seat choice, same packing style. These routines once saved time and reduced stress. Today, many of them quietly do the opposite. Airlines change policies constantly. Airports redesign layouts. Pricing structures evolve. When you stick to routines without reevaluating them, you stop adapting. That's when small inefficiencies pile up. Longer walks. Worse seats, higher fees, more waiting. The system counts on experienced travelers not questioning what feels familiar. Flying smart after 60 means reviewing your habits instead of defending them. Familiar does not always mean efficient anymore. Mistake number 2, assuming loyalty automatically saves money. Many travelers over 60 have long-standing loyalty to airlines. That loyalty feels earned, and emotionally it makes sense. But loyalty programs today are built around spending, not longevity. Points fluctuate in value. Award seats are limited. Status benefits are harder to reach and easier to lose. The real cost isn't just money, it's opportunity. When loyalty becomes automatic, comparison stops. Better schedules, better prices, and better comfort get ignored because switching feels inconvenient. Flying after 60 requires loyalty with conditions. If an airline consistently delivers value, stick with it. If not, loyalty becomes an expensive habit instead of a benefit. Mistake number 3, underestimating how travel fatigue has changed. Flying after 60 hits differently. Long walks feel longer. Tight seats feel tighter. Early departures steal more energy. Late arrivals disrupt sleep more than they used to. Many travelers underestimate how much these factors add up. The mistake isn't avoiding discomfort entirely. It's pretending you still tolerate it the same way. Fatigue compounds. A slightly uncomfortable flight, plus a long layover, plus a late hotel arrival can ruin the first day of a trip. Smart travel after 60 means designing itineraries that respect your energy instead of testing it. Mistake number 4, packing for fear instead of reality. Overpacking becomes more common with age because experience teaches caution. You've been caught unprepared before, so you bring backups, then backups for backups. The result is heavier bags, higher fees, and more physical strain. The irony is that most packed items go unused. Meanwhile, lifting, dragging, and managing luggage becomes harder. Packing light isn't about being minimal, it's about mobility and safety. Versatile clothing, fewer shoes, and realistic planning make every step of travel easier. Flying after 60 should reduce physical stress, not add to it. Mistake number 5, chasing cheap flights that steal comfort. Saving money feels smart until it costs you energy you can't get back. Cheap flights often come with early departures, long layovers, tight connections, and restrictive policies. What looks like a bargain on paper often becomes exhausting in practice. Door-to-door travel time matters more than ticket price. Arrival time matters. Recovery time matters. Flying after 60 means weighing cost against comfort honestly. A slightly higher fare that delivers a smoother day is often the smarter investment. Mistake number 6, assuming airports haven't changed. Airports evolve constantly. Gates move. Security procedures shift. Terminals expand. Travelers over 60 often rely on memory instead of current information, assuming they know how things work. This leads to unnecessary stress. Long walks, missed announcements, rushed boarding. The fix is awareness. Treat every trip like the airport is new. Check gates early. Check them again. Build margin for changes. Airports reward attention, not experience. Mistake number 7, relying on technology without backups. Phones are powerful tools, but they're fragile plans. Boarding passes, reservations, maps, and communication live on one device. When batteries die or signals drop, stress skyrockets. Flying after 60 requires redundancy. Offline documents, screenshots, physical backups for critical information. Technology should support your trip, not control it. If one dead battery can derail your day, your plan isn't complete. Mistake number 8, refusing help because you don't want to be a bother. Many travelers avoid assistance out of pride. They don't want to slow things down or draw attention. The result is unnecessary discomfort and sometimes injury. Assistance exists for a reason. Pre-boarding, mobility help, and luggage support preserve energy and reduce stress. Using help isn't weakness, it's efficiency. Flying after 60 should prioritize safety and comfort over appearances. Mistake number 9, overscheduling to prove the trip was worth it. Packing every day with activities turns travel into an endurance test. Fatigue builds, enjoyment drops, recovery disappears. Over 60, this approach backfires quickly. Smart travel builds margin. Rest days matter. Downtime matters. You don't need to see everything to enjoy where you are. Flying after 60 means traveling at a pace that lets experiences sink in instead of rushing past them. Mistake number 10, expecting travel to feel the same as it used to. Travel doesn't rewind time, it highlights change. Crowds feel louder. Recovery takes longer. Pretending otherwise creates frustration. The goal of flying after 60 isn't to replicate youth. It's to travel intentionally, better planning, smarter pacing, comfortable choices. Adaptation isn't giving up, it's traveling wisely. If you recognize yourself in any of these habits, that's not a failure, it's awareness. Flying after 60 can be easier, calmer, and far more enjoyable when you update your approach. Travel works best when it works with you, not against you. Thanks for watching Passport Pointers, and I'll see you in the next video.